So how was your last game of golf? Did your swing feel fluid? Did it feel efficient? Did you feel like you could be out there all day? Or did you feel a little bit sticky, maybe some aches and pains, almost feeling like body parts were going to snap if you played too much? My name is Ada Wells. I'm a physical therapist, a certified Pilates teacher, educator, movement expert, and golf rehab specialist. And I invite you to stick around here, or if you don't have time right now, definitely make sure that you sign up for my live webinar coming up, because I'm going to be talking about how your body is highly related to your experience playing golf. Now, you may not realize this, but the top 2 reasons people leave the game of golf are number 1, they get injured and they just can't play, and number 2, they just don't play very well. And if you're not playing very well, you're not going to enjoy it. And we know that both of these things are highly related to how the body and the swing are connected. So I want to give you a little diagram here that just helps you visualize what you need to have within your body in order for you to have that great game of golf. So first of all, our little sweet spot here, I'm just going to call great golf. That's that awesome experience that you're having when everything comes together. So when it's all coming together, we're hitting far, we've got good distance. We also are hitting accurately and we're consistent. And finally, it feels like we're just so fluid, we could just keep doing this over and over and not even feel like there's any limitation with regards to, hey, can I even finish this round of golf? Or can I play consecutive rounds? Or am I going to be able to do this next week? Or am I going to be able to do this in 5 to 10 years? So that's that longevity element. Okay, so now we want to look at what do we need to have in our bodies to be able to achieve this. Well, first of all, you need to have good mechanics. And with the good mechanics, that's also you being able to have the coordination to be able to sequence your body correctly within the swing. There's a certain order of how your body parts have to move to make sure it all comes out good in the end, all right? Secondly, you need to make sure that you have good strength and stability, because it actually takes, you need to have the strength not only to start the motion, to transfer those forces through your body and to the club, to the ball, to get that out there, but you also need to then decelerate the body parts in a certain order so that you're able to create that whip effect. So if you don't have that strength and stability, you are not going to be able to achieve your power. Lastly, we need to make sure that we have something that I call controlled mobility of the joints, or joint congruency. And what this means is that when you are moving, these joints are designed to move for some of them in certain directions in certain parts of your body, and also there's some areas that are designed to be a little bit more stable, some areas that really you should be getting most of your mobility from when we're talking about a rotational sport like golf. And so if you do not have this controlled mobility within the joints, if you don't have this congruency and those joints being protected, you end up getting a little more wear and tear because things are moving maybe a little too much, or like I said, they may be stiff and compressive. So with that, we're going to want to make sure we have controlled joint mobility. Now, let's think about what would happen if we had, maybe we're really good at sequencing our body, maybe we're coordinated, maybe you've got some good mobility and you have good control of the joints, but you're just not very strong, okay? You're going to pretty much have a powerless swing. All right, now, maybe you're somebody who has good strength and stability and you really can control your joints, but you're not very good at coordination. You're having a little bit difficulty with balance and with sequencing. That's going to lead you to potentially having a little bit of a sporadic game. Okay, you're hitting off in the other fairway. Now, we have a lot of tour players that are strong, they're stable, they're coordinated, but maybe they've had some old injuries. Maybe there's some things in the past and how they're moving now because of those injuries that we now are not keeping those joints, the joints aren't moving at the right amount of motion in the right places. If you don't have this, you're going to end up with having breakdown, and that breakdown often leads to pain. All right? So you can see how this sort of dance of all three of these components is really important to hitting that sweet spot, okay? Having that great game of golf where we've got fluidity, a repeatable and efficient swing. And if you're missing any one of those, you're going to have a powerless, sporadic, or painful swing, and possibly any combination or all three, which is definitely not going to be good, okay? So what do I bring to this? Once again, as my expertise as a physical therapist and working with golfers for several years, what I've done is I've come up with a 6-step system which really looks at strategic movement and allowing you to be able to take a look at how you perform in each one of these areas so that you know what you need to work on. Because if you just do a general exercise program, that's better than nothing, but oftentimes people are working on the wrong things. Sometimes people are doing a lot of stretching when really they need to be stabilizing and they don't even realize it. Maybe some people are working on a lot of strengthening, but they're doing it in one plane of motion. They're not thinking about all these three-dimensional directions that the body needs to be taken through and the joints need to have control through within the swing. This is what I'm good at. This is what I do day in and day out, and what I would love to be able to bring to you and just give you more information on. So make sure that you click below for that free webinar, because I want to make sure you're out there really enjoying yourself playing golf. You want to go out there, impress your friends, maybe out drive them if you can, and you know, this is the first step. If you understand where you need to look within your own body, you're going to be much more efficient in getting to that desired result, which is having a great time playing. All right, I will see you soon.